And I am back to the Street Fighter 6 beta. I did not get to play on Saturday, as I was playing a lot of fighting games on Fightcade with... Whoop, get through this menu. On Fightcade with my buddies over on the Devolution channel. So, it's going to be coming back after a day away. Still only played what was on recording. So, a little bit of Jamie, a little bit of Jury. Not a whole lot of either. But I wanted to hit the last of the characters that Addy had requested for me to try, since he cannot participate in the beta. And it would be this fine fellow right here, Ken. Actually, let me make sure real quick the recording's working. The recording is working. Okay, that is a luxury that I get to check that. Ordinarily, I don't get to check that while playing Gladius, and Gladius has been a lot of what I've been playing lately. Okay, let's see. We will go ahead and go in and change. Where do I change the character? Right there, okay. Ken be the character we'll go with. What does that little challenger thing in the bottom right mean, I wonder? Guess I'll find out when the game comes out. Alright, so Ken's moves. Let's see. I'm going to assume it's classic Ken for the most part, plus crazy kicks. We'll see. Hadouken, it's good old Hadouken. Shoryuken, same as always. Tatsumaki, he's back to having a standard Tatsumaki. He had a bizarre Tatsumaki in Street Fighter 5 that would always go up. And it looks like here now it's just only the overdrive version. Old era Tatsumaki, never been a tool I've used a whole lot, which I think is a mistake on my part probably, but nonetheless, it's just never been one that I've done much. Dragon Lash, right, okay, that is a kick that gives Ken the ability to just leap across the screen and go where he wants. Wherever so pleases him. And I like that the physics bug out when he does the EX one. His trench coat gets stuck in his arm. Let's see. Used to launch surprise attacks from mid-range, or as a way to continue offensive pressure, or in combos. Okay. Jinrai, okay, so that's crazy kicks. So you can do it once, and it can be followed up by either a light or a medium or a heavy. It's just a quick kick that can be followed either by a low, a overhead, or a snap kick. Ah, okay, this one's a combo starter. So you can either go for a mix-up or a combo starter. And if you overdrive the crazy kicks, then you get a third kick. I see. Okay, so he is classic Shoto with more focus on closing the distance and mix-ups once he gets in. I see. Let's see, for supers, he has classic Tatsumaki Super. Oh no, there's the Shippu, Shippu Jinrai Kyaku. I've never been good at memorizing the names of Ken's supers. I can remember Shin Yurepa, and I can remember Shin Shoryuken. Well, not Shin Shoryuken. What is it? There's Shinryuepa and Shoryuepa, right? So, yeah, just kind of a classic. He uppercuts you, and then he uppercuts you again, and then he uppercuts you a third time. Okay, so he does the classic Shoryuepa, I see, where it's a series of 3 Shoryukens, and then the last one's the spinning one, the Shinryuken. Okay, that's what it is, right. Quick dash, he has that from 5, okay. It's just a dash. And then you cancel it. You can lead into an overhead. Or you can do that move. I never got a lot of use out of Quick Dash when I played Ken in 5, but I was never a big Ken player. To my understanding, he was more of a combo tool, and I was never much good at actually learning combos in 5. He's got that target combo that he had in 5 as well, the little piston uppercuts. And then he has a little kick target combo. Okay. Usual stuff. There you go. Okay, so let's get in with Ken. Let's see. Let me uppercut over this little barrier here. And is there just an empty cabinet I can sit somewhere, practice? I would prefer not to be immediately thrown into a match, but that may just be how it is. I'll go for this one. and go to solo training, though I don't suspect I'll get much time in. It looks like people are fairly active right about now, at least on this server. Shoryuken, that's the same as ever. Okay. Yep, okay, I'm getting it. And the overdrive version, I don't notice a big change. Okay. Now, is there a difference between the light, medium, and heavy versions of the starter for Crazy Kicks? It does not look like that is the case. Okay. Let's see, is this really any different from... It doesn't look like it's really all that different from Dash. It's just really the ability to do a couple moves out of it. Interesting. And we are getting brought into a match against Jamie. Do we have any funny faces? Oh, that's a good one. That's a great smile for Ken there. Getting a little bit of a bad connection here. Getting a lot of rollback frames. Well, he's going for parries. Credit where credit's due. I don't know if I have the same capability with the amount of rollback frames we're getting here, but... Ow. That was an accident. Okay, it's not super clean there. I mean, regardless of who wins or loses this match, I'll go for a second set afterwards of rounds, a second match. But I do not want to play much more with this guy. Me and his connections are not great. That was pretty slick. That was pretty slick. I gotta respect that. Going into burnout to deliberately bait out a drive impact. That was pretty slick. Dude. Whoops. I was actually going for crazy kicks there. Oh, is there a little gap between the two parts of Crazy Kick? That kind of makes Crazy Kick not great. Unless the heavy is there to kind of make it a frame trap, I suppose. That could be solid. I kind of got to just predict where he's going to go and throw out buttons. I can't... There's not much space for reaction here. Ooh! Ooh! Alright then. Yeah! Good work, brain. I only remember the input to one of the supers. I'll go for another rematch because it's polite, but damn, I do not want to play much more against this guy. I am not having a good time with this internet connection. Whoops. Misinput there. I keep getting the little jumping kick there when I'm inputting crazy kicks. I'm having to focus a lot just to try and get crazy kicks to come out consistently. It's not something I have down yet, so... Which feels strange to say, because it's a... Hadoken input. Those are supposed to be standard, but for whatever reason, I'm just off today and inputting lots of accidental DPs. Hard to gauge distance. Oh, what? I don't... Okay. I can't tell what's happening with half these exchanges, but nonetheless, they are happening. Ooh! 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 Good shit! Nope. Whoops. There we go. It's taking a lot of focus to do anything here, so I'm not doing a lot of good commentating here. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was very solidly a mistake. That little target combo that Ken has of the 2 kicks and then the roundhouse. That is one that's very simple to tell with the first 2 kicks whether or not you'll be able to connect the third. But nonetheless, I was sleeping. Whoops. For instance, what I just did there we go. Did not mean to input a Shoryuken, meant to input a Hadoken, but... Like I said, I keep getting lots of accidental Shoryu inputs here. I had to try it at some point. That was dumb of me. Oh, that was low, of course. There we go. Okay, well, I can't quit now that I've won a match, because then it looks like I'm just playing to win. Just solely to get the win and then leave, which is a bad look, obviously. This guy's good, it's just the internet connection is bad. Like, if it wasn't for the rollback frames being nuts, I think this would be a very fun matchup. Oh, boy. Ooh, he caught me there. Misinput. Whoops. Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm now figuring out what buttons you should use as Ken for jump-ins. Because I've been using heavy kick, because I'm used to that with Ryu, that's my usual jump-in button. But for Ken, his... Ooh, does the overdrive Shoryuken hit for so much that it can break drive impacts? Damn it, I'm still stuck on V systems from 5. But yeah, the air heavy kick for Ken is a air-to-air, which is not really something I do very often. Oh! I'm an idiot. Who? Ooh! Ooh! He got me. Oh, that can... Okay, that can go through V-drives. I keep calling them that. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this cabinet. Sorry, bud, you're good, but my internet evidently is not good enough for yours, or vice versa. I don't know. There you go. I think I may also have to... Hang on, let's go off on our own for a little bit, and I want to lower the game... I want to lower the volume on my earbuds, because it's very loud, and I feel like I am shouting unnecessarily as a result. But the audio should be fine on the recording. There we go. Okay. Alright, RX Demon. Sure, I'll take him on. Oh, Ken mirror match. Here we go.
Here comes a new challenger.
That Ken face is so good. Oh! Whoops! That was a mistake. I meant to go for a Hadoken, but I accidentally misinputted a DP. Whoops. That missed, but nonetheless, I was going for crazy kicks there, and yet again did my classic misinput of instead doing the little screen clearing roundhouse. Gonna need a better name for that than that. Whoops! Did it again! Whoops! Did it again! Oh, hey! This guy's very jumpy. Keeping that in mind. Gonna have to go for more anti-airs, or just spam Shoryukens like a maniac, going with your proper kin heritage. Honestly, with Ryu having his whole thing of, like, the Hashogekis and charging stuff up, he really kind of, it kind of feels like Ken is the... Oh, is he gonna... Was he sitting there and chatting? I'm almost curious to hear.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
But it feels like Ken feels more like a classic kind of Shoto setup than Ryu does. Now, I'm not a Shoto guy, though. I'm going to assume... I can't see his name. I'm going to assume he didn't just put the... come emoji in the chat there. I hope. Nonetheless, I guess I'll go in and just practice a little bit with Ken while I got the time. Hang on. Let's see. I keep doing... Yeah, I keep doing Shippu Jinrai Kyaku, which is probably not the super I should be doing a whole lot of. Dragon Lash, that's the name of the... Yes, Dragon Lash, okay. Let's see. What's the range on Dragon Lash? Okay, it's just a super kick, okay. Okay, now let's see. What's the input for Shinryu Reppa? Oh, exactly what I should have guessed. Okay, well, we're gonna get matched up anyways with somebody.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's Luke! Playing Ken, it was probably worth it just for that face.
All right, you ready? Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one.
Such a good smile on this Kenster. Whoops. Nice timing on the throw. Oh, good shit. Ow! This guy blocks high a lot. He needs to block low a lot more. Low buttons are coming out a lot quicker. Okay, whoop. Into the corner you go, sir. Ow! You just gonna run to the corner of the screen? If you want to do that, we can do that. Into the corner you go. Whoops. Misinput. Whoops. Yeah, the armor did not match the health there. Challenge cleared. I'm actually really enjoying Ken, and I'm ordinarily not a shoto guy. Whoops. There we go. Just a little abrupt Shoryuken just to put him on notice. Oh boy. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm awake, I'm awake. No, I'm not, I'm asleep. I'm very asleep. Nope. Okay, there we go. That one was hairy. He got me down close there. I had to get a comeback in. I'm going nuts! Whoops. No, you don't. Okay, that was not smart of me to put it out there, but he already had some kind of plans that apparently that accidentally worked out against. Oh! Guy's really fond of his drive impacts. Really fond of his drive impact. Really fond of his drive impacts. Dude, we're both in burnout. That was a little bit crazy near the end. He was going a bit nuts with the drive impacts there. Oh! Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, boy! Good, good, good. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Wrong input. Damn it. No, actually, that was the correct input. It was just wrong move. I shouldn't have gone for that move. That was just the wrong choice. Not an input problem. Alright, I'm in burnout. Over there you go. Oh, boy. Alright. Who is that couple that's always in the background of the airport stages in Street Fighter? There's probably lore on those guys. Street Fighter has lore on all kinds of weirdos. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yet again, I was actually going for Crazy Kicks, not Dragon Lash there, but I am constantly misinputting into Dragon Lash. I like that super a lot. Alright, onto this side you go. Some Hadokens to put you on notice. Another throw there. Nope. Don't know what I caught him with there, but I sure did catch him. Oh! That was not the smart choice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, for a second I thought the game crashed. I'm liking that Ken super a lot. The Super Dragon Lash. That I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. No. That's enough of the drive impact, sir. Ow. Whoops. I'm gonna do Shoryu on Wake Up next time I get knocked down. Because I feel like it's fun. There was never another time where I got knocked down. Okay. Yeah, Ken is actually a lot of fun, and I'm not a Ken guy. I am definitely going to be recommending him to Addy. Oh, oh! Into the... Oh, wait, I keep accidentally doing forward throws when I mean to go do backward throws. Whoops. Up, I'm in the corner. Uh-oh, it's Throw City. Uh-oh! He caught me there! Good stuff, good stuff. Whoopsie. Ow. Got him there. Sometimes you can just feel that a choice is going to be made. I always thought that was interesting, the theory of fighting game skill basically being divided into, like, 3 corners on a triangle. Right? And the way I always heard it was heart, mind, and body. Heart being your ability to predict and guess at what the opponent's going to do accurately. Oh, that was weird! Body being your reflexes and ability to have fine motor control. So, you know, combos and stuff. And brain being your knowledge of the game, its mechanics, and strategies. And generally, it's been an assertion down the years that the grappler archetype, which is the archetype I play a lot of, is the most focused on heart and ability to predict and guess at what your opponent is going to do. So I've always viewed myself as a heart player, but I don't know if I'm actually quality one. Oh! What is he... I don't know what that was! Classic. Oh! I need to throw out more anti-airs, evidently. He's just flying through the skies with abandon. Okay, don't do an anti-air there. Okay, yeah, the quick run into overhead is really strong. That gives Ken a lot of capacity for just very oppressive offense that is unusual for a shoto. Man, I can't wait until the game actually comes out and I can play Zangief. Because, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with Ken. I had a lot of fun with Jamie. Wasn't so big on Oh, wasn't so big on Jury. Oh, that was the wrong choice. But I know Geef's gonna be my boy, because he's always my boy. Okay, now do you think I can get another one? I can! Okay, yeah, that's really having a good time with Ken. I'm gonna... Oh, sure, if he wants to rematch that bad, we'll do it. I feel like I should move on to playing against somebody else. We should both move on to playing against somebody else at some point. At the same time, oh god, I definitely want to do another set against somebody else, because I'm having a great time with Ken here. Oh boy. Whoops. Oh, good counter to the Hadoken. Good counter to the Hadoken. Whoops. Little too far on the jump there. I misjudged the jumping capabilities of the Kinster. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, there we go. I am really liking that super. That super is a good anti-air. It's good for getting out of bad situations. It's low meter spending. You know, it's nice and feels pretty safe. I imagine it's not super safe. However, I feel like I am getting away with it a bit too much, and I'm going to develop some bad habits. Oh, boy! That was hairy. Oh, no! Oh, and I'm in burnout. This is bad. Oh, it's over. Gotcha. It may not be over. Okay. Oh boy, that was very, very close. Probably should have gone for the safer option of throwing a Hadoken at the very end there, but it was funner to end on the super. Okay.
Currently have a player on a winning streak.
I don't know which of these three I was just playing against. Let me go somewhere else here, play against someone I've probably not played against. A lot of people already in matches. A lot of people already in matches. Guess you just gotta hop on a cabinet and wait then. Oh, this guy. Oh no, I've already played against another Ken. I won't be doing the Ken mirror match again. Hang on. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to sit on a cabinet. I'll wait on the P1 side for once. Ow! Just hurt my foot a little bit. Okay, now, was there anything in particular I wanted to check out? Nah. Hang on. How many of Ken's specials can be canceled into how many of Ken's normals can be canceled into specials? This one can't, but you can cancel it into another normal, so it makes sense. Ah, the good old spinning roundhouse kick can't be canceled into a special. Guess that makes sense. Alright, we got somebody else coming in. It's Jury! Okay. Jury also has a great smile, though one that looks a little bit more frightening, as you'd probably expect for her. Believe it or not, that jump was actually meant to be a Dragon Lash. The one time I tried to do a Dragon Lash, I misinputted it. Whoops. That was meant to be a Hatto. That was meant to be a Crazy Kicks. Ow. Wait. Since when... Hang on. I don't remember her having the old forward cartwheel from 4. What's the input for that? Weird. Okay. Oh, I have only just now noticed that Ken has a black band tied around his arm. Is that his old waistband from back when he was wearing a gi? That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice little Easter egg there. Visual Easter egg. Oh boy. I'm gonna do a Shoryu. As long as stupidity is rewarded, I will continue to be stupid. Oh boy. A low kick. There you go. Gen's got the best win pose. Whoops. Okay, I guess we're done. Oh, he was changing characters. Okay.
Here comes a new challenger.
That smile is just so good.
Gotta do this. Come on. This will be a good fight. Round 1.
Alright, the classic. Let's do this. Watch this guy have an absolutely beastly Ryu.
Up and over. Hadouken.
Whoops. That was not smart on my behalf. It worked anyways, but it really shouldn't have. Ooh, nice throw. Ooh, ooh, ooh! That was nearly bad. I need to use light Shoryuken more often. I keep going for heavy Shoryuken, which is not the anti-air tool that you should be using a lot as Ken. Oh yeah, this is a good Ryu. This is an aggressive Ryu. Whoop. Uh-oh. I think Ken's supposed to be the aggressor in these classic matchups, but nonetheless, I'm not that good of a Ken, so I can't be that much of an aggressor. Yeah, that's a good Ryu. I'll absolutely take a rematch. Oh, he wants to switch characters again? Or did he just switch to Ryu to make it known that he could beat me, like, for ego purposes? That'd be pretty funny. Oh, I see there's someone being very nice in the chat. Oh, he's switching to Kimberly. This guy's juggling characters. I need to play Kimberly after Ken. I'm trying Ken and all these characters for Addie's sake, but Kimberly is easily the character out of these 8 that I'm the most interested in. This is gonna be my first time playing against her, though, so I'm not gonna know what to do. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. Whoops. Yeah, light Shoryuken is definitely the better anti-air. Yeah, it doesn't have that little forward distance thing. Whoopsie doodles. Ow! Okay, let's see. Oh, he's... Okay. For a second, I thought he was idle. Okay. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, he can do that. That was a misinput, but we'll pretend it was intentional because it looked cool. Whoops. Misinput. Okay. Oh, very nice. I look like such a stereotypical Ken going for Shoryus. How'd I lose, Ken says. Well, I can take a few guesses. Kimberly has such a good win pose. It's crazy. I'm going for it. Whoopsie. Hoo boy. Very good, Kimberly. Very good, Kimberly. I'm a bit too predictable with going for jump-ins when I've got them cornered, I think. Okay, there we go. I was able to get at least one round off of him. Her, whoever's playing. Could be a chick, I don't know. Whoopsie doodles. Oh boy. And there we go. I was able to get a match. Okay. Whew. I am benefiting from more heavy use of the Shoryus, though in this matchup, I'm sure the Shoryu is more significant because Kimberly is much more of an offensive powerhouse, it seems, than Ken is. So he stands to benefit a lot from countering a character who jumps a lot, which you want an anti-air for, and a character with some pretty offensive, pretty intense offense, so you want a reversal move for that. Uh-oh. Ah! Whoops. Uh-oh, bomb! Bomb! There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good as Kimberly getting a bomb put under your feet, so you just end up panicking like a fool. Okay, let's see. Oop! Ah! Figured she'd go for a button on getting up, which she's been doing that a lot lately, so I've been noticing I can catch her on wake up a lot. Oh, good, good, good. She pressured me back onto the bomb after I got off of it. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. No, no, sir. She can use those bombs to force me to go backwards into the corner. Okay. There's a lot of interesting strategic implications of the spray paint bombs. Interesting character. I'm definitely going to play her after this, which I should probably go ahead and take a break and upload this video. So I will be, let's see, let's drop a big old GG's. There you go. And off I go to cut the recording. Alright, either which way, Ken, yeah, Ken's a lot of fun. See you folks later. Bye.